Welcome to the Business Blast podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. This episode is brought to you by Authors Unite. Authors Unite makes the process of becoming a published, best-selling author as simple as sipping your morning cup of coffee. You can learn more about Authors Unite at authorsunite.com. Now, let's jump into the episode. All right, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Business Blast podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. Today, I have Jacob Moore with us. He's the brand director for Boston & Birch, which is a men's clothing line. Welcome to the show, Jacob.
Thank you. Glad to be on.
Of course, man. Thank you for coming on. And we'll dive right in. The first question that I have is, what's the best story from your life that has an underlying valuable message?
I struggle with this. I don't know if I have one good story. I like to think of my life as a story and as an adventure. So the best message that I get from that is fake it till you make it. Find the things that you want to do, find the things that you're passionate about, and go for it. Don't let anything hold you back from anything that you want to do. Not people, not what they say, not how you make them feel. Do what makes you happy. That's the best thing I can say.
And what's the most valuable piece of information we should know that's within your expertise or industry?
Build valuable relationships. I don't have a bunch of schooling. I don't have, any degrees to back up, what I've been able to accomplish in life. But one thing that's got me to the places that I need to go, in the business that I need to get is definitely going to be, it's definitely been valuable relationships.
And what's your best piece of overall business advice? So not necessarily industry specific.
Work hard.
And if you can,
go ahead. I think that working hard is the best thing in business that you can do to achieve your goals. Is you have to put the work in.
And if you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would that be?
Focus. I've had many opportunities to be successful on top of being successful, and if I had more focus when I was younger, I would have been able to start that path a little bit quicker.
And in your opinion, what's the key to happiness?
Time. I think that having time is the most valuable asset. Time is definitely the most valuable asset that we have as human beings. And in the world that we live in, we have to put so much work in to be successful that once you get to the point in life where you can enjoy your time, I think is the key to absolute happiness.
And what's the best book you've read, and what was the number one thing you learned from that?
I'm going to have to pass on that one because I'm not a reader. I just don't put much time into books.
No worries, dude. It's usually the opposite response. Like, I read too many. I can't pick one.
No, honestly, I haven't read shit. So I can't really put too much success behind a book.
Yeah, no worries, dude. You're just out there taking action, man. I like it. So and then last question is, what's your favorite quote and why?
I'll go back to fake it till you make it, because that's I think that so many people put focus on expertise, and what do you know, where have you been, but the reality is that we all want to go new places, and so sometimes we have to play a role even if we don't know exactly what that role is. So when you go in and you do the research and you put the work into the places that you want to go, then you have opportunities that people know, at least think you know what you're talking about. And I know it sounds super shady, but it's really not. It's very, very honest. Be a sponge, soak up all the information that's out there, and just go for it wherever it may be. The other quote, I guess, a more official quote that I could throw in there. Hold on, let me find it real quick. Sorry, I had it in my head and I just lost it.
No, it's okay.
Is the cheap beauty about time is you cannot waste it in advance. So take advantage of every opportunity that you get, every piece of time that you have. If you screw something up, today, the next minute is a new opportunity that's there. The next 5 minutes are 5 opportunities to do what you want to do and to make better on what you think you messed up yesterday. It all goes away. We all can look forward.
Thank you so much for coming on, man. The last question I have before we let you go is, where's the best place for people to find you online?
I don't occupy a bunch of space online. You can go to bluepackmarketing.com. That is the wonderful partnership that I have formed recently. You can also find me at _JacobMM on Instagram, and, of course, Jacob Moore on Facebook.
Awesome. Thank you, man. We really appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, Tyler.
podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.